We're continuing to use those nifty angle pairs that we talked about when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, which if we know the pairs we are dealing with in the problem, it is going to help us solve the problem for x and the angles containing x. Okay, so first of all, the first thing we always do when we solve these problems is to trace over the angles to see if we spot one of those letters pop up, because that will help you know how to solve. So let's see here. I'm going to trace over my first angle right here. I'm going to trace over the second one. What letter is forming? Do you guys spot it? Do you spot it? Do you really? It looks like an F, absolutely. So this one, you guys, takes the shape of an F. And what is the angle pair that makes the shape of an F? They are corresponding angles. So these are corresponding angles. So corresponding angles. And how do corresponding angles relate to each other? Well, all of them are congruent except same side interior angles. So guess what, you guys? These are going to be congruent. Yay. So this is congruent to that. So if these two angles are congruent, how would we set up our problem? What are we going to do? I don't even know why I teach anymore. You guys are so smart. You do just set them equal to each other to solve. Since they're congruent, that means that they're equal in measure. So we're going to say 21x plus 5 equals 23x minus 5. All right, so we're going to find x, and then we're going to find the angles containing x. Let's go. This looks like fun. Okay, so I need to combine my x's first. First of all, if your x's or your variables ever separated, they must be joined back together. They are besties, and they want to be together. Okay, so I need to join my x's together first. All right, which I'm going to bring my 21x to the other side, which since it's a positive 21, I'm going to subtract it on both sides. All right, and 21 minus 21x cancels out and turns to 0. 23x minus 21x will give me 2x. So right now I have 5 equals 2x minus 5. All right, guys, let's keep going. So now I have to get x by itself. Now that my x's have joined together since they're besties, I want to move everything away from the x. So I need to move my negative 5 to the other side, which the way I do that is by adding it on both sides. Negative 5 plus 5 cancels and turns to 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. So now I have 10 equals 2x. All right, and the 2 is secretly multiplying to the x. So that means the way we move it to the other side is by dividing it on both sides. 2 divided by 2 cancels and turns to 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we get x equals 5. Yay! But the original directions, which were on my other sheet of paper, but they said solve for x and the angle containing the x. Okay, so I'm not done when I'm just solving for the x. So now that I know what x is, I can substitute my 5 in to both of these x's and see what I get. And if I did correctly, I should get the same answer in the end because they are congruent. So let's see what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to solve for it over here. All right, so on this side, I'm going to have my 23x minus 5. And on this side, I'm going to have my 21x plus 5. All right, let's do this thing. So I'm going to replace my x's with the 5. So we're going to have 23 times 5 minus 5, which 23 times 5 will give me 115. And 115 minus 5 gives me 110. So if I did this correctly, you guys, I should get 110 on this side if it's correct. If not, we'll have to rethink what happened. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope the demon cast didn't get us, you guys. All right, so here I'm going to replace my x with a 5. So 21 times 5 plus 5, which 21 times 5 gives me 105. And 105 plus 5, that gives me 110 degrees. Holy hot dog, you guys. So each of these are 110 degrees. Oh, such a fabulous problem if I do say so myself.